What is up, everybody? CJ's here. Oh my god, I just hurt my back. Ow. Alright. CJ's back, and I'm going to be doing my little Traverse City roster tournament, Traverse City tournament roster breakdown, what I think about the team, who I'm excited to see. And I'm going to go over every single player, every single invitee, and a couple prospects that some people might not know. Now, the invitees, I've not looked at their stats. I know nothing about them. We're going to look at them for the first time together, so you get to see what my reaction is when I first see them. But first, let's go over the roster. Ryan Domowski, Jake Elmer, Adam Fox, Keith Getson, Nico Gross, Carl Henriksen, Adam Huska, and net, Nick Jones, Capo Caco, hell yeah, Joey Keane, Brett Kemp, Tally Kraftsov, Kate Landry, Josh Macer, Sean McBride, Cody Milan, Patrick Newell, Tarmo Ryunainen, I always pronounce his name wrong, I feel like, Matthew Robertson, Yegor Rykov, Anthony Salinitri, Igor Shesterkin, Hunter Skinner, and Louis Zerder Gossage, French name. So a lot of names in there we don't recognize, and a lot of guys not on this roster that you thought you might, well, I'm kind of surprised, but I guess NCAA maybe doesn't allow these kids to do it, but I was kind of hoping we'd see Keandre. We're not seeing Nils Lundqvist, but his season in the SHL already started, so that's reasonable. So we're not seeing Keandre, we're not seeing Nils, we're not seeing Zachary Jones. Who else we're not? We're not seeing a couple guys I really wanted to see. Morgan Barron, we're not seeing him. Elias and Hedel have advanced, so they're not there anymore. Yeah, I guess that's it, because, Gettinger is ineligible too. So, those are the guys we're really not seeing. I would have liked to see, but, well, obviously, Nils can't because the SHL season started. Same thing with Olaf Lindbaum, the other goalie. And then we have the NCAA guys. So, that's the roster. I just read it off. Now we're going to take a look at every single player that we probably don't know. Starting off with Keith Getson. All right, Keith Getson is 5'11". Actually, no, let me go ahead and reopen that. Okay, so they have Getson. Let me try my AC. I'm sweating. They have Getson listed as a center on the Rangers post. One sec. It is still hot as hell in NC. I am sweating right now. All right. From Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, Keith Getson. Isn't that where from the guy that the Spit and Chicklets just interviewed, Terry Ryan? Is that him? I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm telling you. Nova Scotia is not that area. Anyway, okay. Okay, Getson. So he played for the Charlottetown Islanders in the QMJHL the last bunch of years. Finished with the Halifax Mooseheads. I'm not really seeing anything special here. He's 21. His 20-year-old season, he had 49 points and 20 goals in 68 games. In reference to his team, where does that put him? All right, he led the team. Oh, he played with Pierre Oliver Joseph. He was first on scoring in that season. This past season, he had 30 points in 33 games, and he got traded to Halifax, where he had 26 points in 35 games. 29 goals. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... 15 points in 23 playoff games. I don't think this... I mean, I like to see him play. Maybe he's more of a two-way center. He's 5'11", $194. Could be a two-way center. Who knows? I'm sure we'll learn more about him when we see him. All right, so nothing too special there with Keith Getson, but you never know. All right, here we go. Nick Jones, 23 years old, 5'11", from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. He's a righty, and the Rangers have him listed as a center. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, so spent the last 2 years at the University of North Dakota. 30 points in 34 games, 20 points in 26 games. Then had 3 points with the Wolfpack last season. I did not know that. So he played 10 games with the Wolfpack, 2 goals, 1 assist. It's interesting. So in 2014, 2015, he played for OSU. Then he played 3 more games at OSU the year after Ohio State University is what I should have said. Then he went to the British Columbia Hockey League, BCHL. Had 63 points in 42 games with the Penticton V's. 63 points, 42. Then 62 and 58 the next season with Penticton. Oof. And then the last 2 years at UND, I just told you. All right. Not bad number. He's 23 years old, so we'll see what carries over. This might be one of the better players we see. All right, here we go. Who do we got here? Brett Kemp. Brett Kemp is listed as a center on the Rangers tournament page. He is a center. Elite. I'm using Elite Prospect probably for everything. Elite Prospects has him listed at 19 years of age from Yorkton, Saskatchewan, Canada. 6'1", 161 pounds. So definitely a lighter kid. I wonder if he's more of a skill player then. Started off his WHL career with the Everett Silvertips and went to the Oil Kings. Really didn't score very much. His 18-year-old year, he had 36 points in 69 games. His 19-year-old season, 39 and 40. Then got traded to Medicine Hat, where he had 21 and 24, 33 goals in the season. So he had 33 goals in 64 games. I really don't know what to make out of those numbers. Elite prospects, maybe they haven't updated his weight in a while. They probably put on some pounds, I'd imagine, at 19 years old, especially at 6'1". I guess someone to keep an eye on. He could be a skill player. I don't recall Medicine Hat or Edmonton really being that good. Could be incredibly wrong, though, at the same time. Yeah, I don't really recognize any names on Medicine Hat. What about Edmonton? Edmonton had a pretty good team. Okay. Trey Fix-Wolofsky. Who the hell is this guy? 102 points in 65 games. Why have I never heard of him? One second. We're going off the beaten path right here. 7th round pick by the Blue Jackets. Gets pretty freaking decent. Damn. Property of the Blue Jackets. 7th round, 204th overall. All right. Moving on. Cade Landry, defenseman. Left shot, 6'1", $198, 20 years old. Looks like he played for Hamilton, and he did. Ooh, okay. All right, this is an interesting one right here. So, he is, what did I say, 20? Okay. So, actually, his past season he was 19. So, 19. So, his 18-year-old season, played for the Barrie Colts for 17 games, had 11 points in 17 games. Got moved to Hamilton, had 16 points in 44 games. Yikes, that's pretty bad considering he had 11 and 17 prior. But this past season with Hamilton, 51 points in 66 games. Those are good offensive numbers. Cade Landry. Oh, he also played with Arthur Kaliev and Matthew Strom, so those numbers are definitely pumped up a little bit, especially because he was probably playing big minutes. All right. We'll see what happens with Cade Landry. Moving on now, Josh Macer. Listed as a winger. 6'2", 218. I think someone was telling me he's kind of like Brendan Lemieux. I feel like I saw that on Twitter. Someone sent a response to me. All right. Past 2 seasons, how old is he? He's 20. Past 2 seasons is 18 and 19. Is 19, 20-year-old season. 49 points, 28 goals in 71 games. This past season, he had 30 goals. Yeah, 42 points in 61 games. So he played less games. Huh. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, I mean, he looks like a Brendan Lemieux type. I mean, considering the size of the guy. And the goal scoring versus assists. Definitely scores more than he passes the puck. All right. Interesting. I'll be interested to see him. Moving on now, we got Sean McBride. Elite Prospects have him as a forward/defenseman. The Rangers have him listed as a center. 24 years old from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I forgot to name the last couple ones. 6'2", 201. Pretty big kid. Looks like he just had a birthday. American International College in the NCAA the last 4 years. His first 2 seasons, he had 14 points each season. His third season, he had 10 points. This past season, he had 23 points. That's okay. 4 goals, 4 goals, 7 goals, 4 goals, 1 assist in 5 games with the Wolfpack last season. All right, I guess we'll learn more about this kid when we see him. Really not even that good numbers in the BCHL, in British Columbia Hockey League. 34 points, 56 games. I guess if he was playing defense back then, it's reasonable. All right. Not too much. Cody Milan. Let's see. The Rangers have Cody Milan listed as another center. 23 years old, 6'1", 205 from Orchard Lake, Missouri. Or Michigan, rather. Saved myself there. In the United States. Huh. So he is the only NCAA player that is a male from his area. Oh, very interesting. All right, so Cody Milan. Let's see what his numbers are. He played, all right, so obviously NCAA. Oof. Plays at Michigan State. 7 points in 29 games, 5 points in 24 games. And then he had 21 and 33 in this past season, 20 and 36. So he's kind of plateaued in the NCAA. Again, he could be more of like a two-way player. Might not just be the scoring type. How was Michigan State this past year? I don't really know what Michigan did. Taro Hyros is on the team. I wonder if he played there last season too. I mean, that's why his numbers are inflated. Yeah, he had Taro Hyros the past 2 seasons, so his numbers could be inflated. Okay. All right, we'll see. We'll see what Milan does. Anthony Salinitri. 2016 6th-round pick by the Philadelphia Flyers. He's 21 years old from Windsor, Ontario. 5'11", $181. Because Flyers just never signed him. They let him walk. All right, so spent all of his OHL years with the Sarnia Sting. In 2015-2016, he had 30 points, 62 games. The next season, 58 and 66. The next season, 58 and 67. Then he had 28 points in 25 games with Sarnia. Got traded to Oshawa, where he had 60 points in 43 games, and this was last season. 34 goals. So he had a 48-goal season. Played with Sarah Knoll. Yeah, he had a lot less games played, though. What was his points per game? So, yeah, so he had an 88-point season, 88 points in 68 games, and 48 goals. He's committed to the University of Windsor next season, U Sports. It's like, I think that's Canadian NCAA, basically. Interesting. This will be a kid I look forward to seeing. This kid looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see how he does. Louis Zerter Gossage, or Gossage, however you say it. 24 years old from Montreal, Canada. 6'2", $190. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is a Harvard kid. Ooh, a Harvard student. Oh. 7 points. So 2015, 2016. That was. Gee, that's gonna be 5 years ago. I'm getting old. Call it 4 years ago. So he's 20 years old. He had 7 points in 27 games, and 25 and 36, 29 and 32, and 24 and 33. I'd imagine Adam Fox had a bit to do with getting him over here. And he had 2 goals in 5 games with the Hartford Wolfpack, and it looks like he's committed to the Wolfpack again next season. Okay. Kind of look forward to seeing this kid, him and Foxy. Oh, he was actually the captain of Harvard last season. Oh, okay, okay. All right, that's kind of interesting. Very good. All right, let's see how him and Foxy play off each other. Look forward to that. Okay, awesome. All right, moving on to Ryan Domowski. This guy, I know for a fact he played with Hartford last season. From East Lyme, Connecticut. 22 years old, 6'1", 209. So we'll go over his NCAA numbers. His first year at UMass, he had 13 points in 26 games and followed up with 9 points, 8 goals, 1 assist in 34 games. Yuck. 22 goals in 35 games. 22 goals. 22 points in 35 games and 23 points in 37. So really not that great. He had 4 points in 10 games with Hartford at the end of last season. See how it goes. I really don't know much about him. And we got Jake Elmer from Calgary, Alberta. 6'1", $183. Born December 31st. Same birthday as my little brother, but he was born in 98. Brother's 2003. And he is under contract with the Rangers. So, in the WHL. So, he bounced between the W and the AJHL for the last 3 years. Actually, no, the last 3 years, let's call it WHL. 16 points in 46 games, 37 points in 70 games. And then this year at Lethbridge, he had 39 goals and 81 points in 68 games. 4 points in 5 games with Hartford. Let's first take a look and see if maybe his numbers were inflated. All right, he's playing with Dylan Cousins. That'll certainly do it. All right. 4 points in 5 games with Hartford, though. That's saying something. That's certainly something to keep an eye on. And finally, Patrick Newell, 23 years old from Thousand Oaks, California, USA, 5'9", $161. Bit older, but a bit smaller. Could be a late bloomer. St. Cloud State product. He had 1 assist in 6 games with Hartford last season. But I like these NCAA numbers. So 4 years ago when he was 19 years old, he had 22 points in 37 games. Followed that with 24 points in 36 games. 27 points in 33 games. And this past season with St. Cloud, 47 points in 39 games. Take a look at his goal totals. 7, 4, 6, 21. What was going on at St. Cloud State this year? I guess he decided he wanted to put the puck in the back of the net this season. Very interesting. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing this kid now, Patrick Newell. I know he played with Hartford last season. I know we signed him. I just didn't know really anything about him. That's a pretty good season, NCAA numbers. No matter how old you are, you're putting up those numbers. You're pretty decent at hockey. Not great numbers with Hartford when he first came over, but that could have just been a product of who he was playing with. The effective team was that good. All right, I kind of like Patrick Newell. All right. Well, I got my reaction to Traverse City. You guys comment down below. Who are you most excited to see? The invitees, the prospects? Who do you think should be there that's not? And, yeah. See you guys next one. Peace.